How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Montpellier career mode. I realise this is not going to be able to be uploaded on Saturday, but apologies about that. Had a couple of problems with recording things, but it's all been fixed and it's all fine. So this will be going up on Sunday, and then there'll be a video on Monday as well. We head in today's episode with initially a transfer offer that I didn't expect to get the value that I just straight away slapped down on the table and just went to Zidane. Now, mate, 40 million, that's what we're accepting. And probably should have remembered that it was Real Madrid and they have almost infinite money, and they went ahead and just went, yeah, that's fine, 40 million for probably going to be our backup centre-back. Don't get me wrong, he's a really good centre-back, but they have got some insane centre-backs at the club at the moment. So it's a bit of a shame he's probably going to be going and not maybe starting every single game, but Alderete probably would want this move in real life. It's a huge club and a huge opportunity for him as well, and not every player gets the opportunity to go and play for arguably, I would say, top 3 clubs in the world. It's one of the biggest in the world, recognised worldwide. It's a huge club, so I think realistically, I think Alderete would want that move, and yeah, had to go and accept it. And it makes the transfer window a bit more interesting. Now we've got to go and look for a centre-back. I've got a few in mind, but you'll have to wait and see. Either towards the end of the season or into the next season when we look to make some signings in the summer transfer window. So you'll have to wait and see who we sign to replace him. Well, that wouldn't matter. We'd have to put that to the back of our minds. He's still our player till the end of the season. Let's hope we can finish this season with a bang and give him something good to go away to. And we started this game off against Stade de Reims, the first game of today's episode, with a fantastic goal from Florent Mollet. Really nice bit of play, 7th goal of the season. I think that's his first goal back from his injury. His first real goal contribution he's sort of been involved in. Really nice finish from our attacking midfielder. And, well, Troy Parrott, who was starting in this game, a rare start for him, said anything Mollet can do, I can also do. And, yeah, also outside of the box. Similar areas when Mollet took the shot. Opposite corner though, and still in the back of the net. So 2 goals in pretty quick succession in the first half, and that was pretty much all the chances. They did have one chance just at the end, but a good save from Omlin in goal. So coming in at half time, my team talk was pretty much the same. Keep going and we will win this game, and that's what we did. Not a lot of chances really in the second half. Not many things really happened. They did defend a little bit better in this one, but overall they just didn't attack. They weren't really in the game. Never got started. A really nice chance for Dennis Mann. Just grazes the post as he misses that shot. Could have made it 3-0, and probably should have actually. Probably should have at least put that on target. But overall, Stade de Reims just weren't at it today, and made it very easy for us to defend against them, and pretty easy for us to attack. They just did not seem to put up much of a fight to our team, and you can see there Minosi gets man of the match. He had a really good game. Really ran the midfield. Made sure they got nothing out of that game, and overall pretty happy with that result. And after that we then came back and found out that Alderete was sold. He will be leaving at the end of the season. Good luck to him, to be fair. He's earned this. He's played so well in the team. He's been one of the main reasons we've got so many clean sheets and we've had such a good defensive record this year. He's really stepped up his game, and everybody else around him seems to have stepped up as well. So with that news, we did go into the Coupe Nationale just 2 days after that last game, and it's a very busy schedule coming up for us in the next in this month and the next month as well, with the Europa League and also possibly the Cup if we get through in this round. The next couple of months are going to be super busy, so we'd have to rotate a little bit, and that's what I did in the Reims game. We actually rotated a little bit, which meant we had a more full strength side for the game against PSG, and we would need it. PSG were fantastic in this game. They didn't have like loads and loads of chances, because I think we defended really well against them, but they had a lot of possession and they looked like they were going to score from every opportunity they had. They've obviously got Mbappe up top. Neymar was on the bench in this game, but Icardi as well. There's just a lot of great players in that team that have grown really well in the last year and a half. So yeah, it was a tough game, let's put it that way, and I'm glad I had a pretty full strength lineup here. Speaking of Alderete leaving, he decided to surge forward. And nearly score there. It was a really good chance, probably the best chance of the half, but the centre-back doesn't score because he was the centre-back, and you know, if it was Delors running forward, I'd probably put my money on him scoring that instead. Sadly for us though, we went in the first half with some really good defending, only limited them to one good opportunity, but sadly for us it would all come unravelled as Stambouli makes a pretty awful error, and passes it out, lapse of concentration, and Mauro Icardi is going to finish that all day, every day. As I said, he's a very good striker. He might not be that good in Ultimate Team, but in the game and in real life, he is a quality striker. And sadly, it would be 1-0 to PSG. It could have been more, but in that chance there, David Neres was offside, and in literally the last kick of the game, we always seem to score in the last few minutes of the game, but it would be our turn. Sorry, we always seem to concede in the last few minutes of the game, but it would be our turn to score in the last few minutes of the game. And what a goal this was. Obviously this was a home game, so the fans were probably going wild. The stands, the limbs were everywhere. It was fantastic. And if I'm being honest, I think we were probably deserving of that late equaliser. We played really well and defended well. I think just one mistake would be a little bit unfair to punish us. We went into extra time thinking, right, let's just try and defend well again and just hope we get one chance. And really, we came out in the first half of extra time, and I think maybe caught PSG just off guard as Dennis Mann early on in the first half of extra time goes ahead and puts the ball on the back of the net. Sadly for us, we'd be broken down yet again in this game. This time it would be Mbappe. Just again, lapse of concentration from the boys. And Mbappe is going to score that every day of the week. Very nice chance. No chance for Horvath in goal, who'd actually made some good saves in the first half and in other parts of the game as well. But sadly for us, it was back on level terms. Youngster Ibrahim nearly scores with a fantastic effort from just outside the box. Hits the post. But we would get one final chance in this game. And it brings me so much joy to be able to say this for once, because we always are the ones that concede last minute goals to either lose the game or the game just to become a draw because we switched off at the back. But it would be PSG this time to switch off, and what a goal this is. Dennis Mann gets himself a brace in extra time, so he didn't score in regular time, but does score 2 goals in extra time to win us the game. What a result this is. We are going through to the quarterfinals, and that is the reaction you want to see from the fans. Cheering, jumping about. Honestly, it was a really nice moment to actually score. It's very rare that I score in last minute sort of scenarios. I tend to crack under the pressure. Didn't do it this time, and what a win that is for the lads. And we knocked PSG out, so realistically, it's all to play for in the Cup. PSG are probably the one you don't want to pull until right at the end, or you want to just get them out of the way as soon as possible. We got them in the round of 16. They're out of the Cup now, so really there are a couple of teams left that we could pull that are going to be dangerous. I think Lille are still in it, and I think Lyon might still be in it. But apart from that, I think there's still a couple of Ligue 2 sides in there. There's some lower league teams in this league as well. So I think that is a very winnable cup for us. We'll have to see who we pull in the next episode, because I think it's been drawn. I just haven't shown it in this one. So we'll have to see who we draw in the next round of the cup. But we will head into the final game of today's episode, and it will be against Bordeaux. Now, they have got a relatively good team-ish. There's some okay players in there. I know that Udin, the man that was starting in the attacking mid-role for them, is a good player. I think he's scored 4 goals this season and been one of their main outlets for creating chances as well. So we had to be switched on and making sure we weren't giving them too many chances, and I think we did okay in the first half. We limited them to very few chances, but they limited us to very few chances as well. Luckily for us, this man, Dennis Mann, seems to be in form. I just said this man, but this man is fantastic. Dennis, a little deflection takes it into the top corner, but it doesn't matter, as Dennis Mann goes ahead and nets his 2nd goal in the league, and I think that might be his 5th or 6th goal for the club already. He is on fire. He seems to be scoring or assisting or just doing something leading up to goals in every game. He is absolutely fantastic. A fantastic signing for somebody to recommend and remind me that he actually exists in this game. And really, it's all on Gaëtan Laborde to start actually playing better, because recently you haven't really seen him in any of these games, and there's a reason for that. He's just not in form. So we are giving him some chances off the bench and to reclaim that form, but when Dennis Mann is having these sorts of chances and scoring at least a goal or assisting in every game, it's very difficult to take him out of the team, even though he is several ratings lower. So yeah, Gaëtan Laborde, I would be worried if I were him, as his place in the team could be in jeopardy. Sadly for us in this Bordeaux game, we had chances to put the game to bed, make it 2-0, but we didn't take the chances, and Sadly for us, we switch off at the back. Just defensively, I think that's a shambles. The back three just switched off. It doesn't matter if there's two youngsters in there, Hoyle, Kowalski and Brualt. I think Brualt actually had a really good game in this one. He was probably in the right position. It's probably Denier, if anybody. I'd moved him out of position and nobody was there to cover for him. But sadly, we concede in the sort of latter stages of the game. And Remy Oudin, the man I said we need to watch out for, scores with the chance that he gets. And sadly for us, we go ahead and drop points against Bordeaux. So we beat PSG and we beat Stade de Reims, but we don't beat Bordeaux, which is a little bit sad. But you can't be too sad about that. We've still third in the league, 3 points clear of Marseille. They do have a game in hand, but we're looking good. And I honestly think we can really push on and start putting a gap between us and maybe at least 5th place. That's my aim. And if we can just keep winning games, that would be fantastic. That is going to spell the end of today's episode. Do hope you enjoyed watching. Do leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.